Do you still trust women after working in nightlife for 20 years?
Ooh, good question.
You see a lot of cheating. I remember a girl was on a girls' night out in the bar, and she basically, her friends left and she got talking to a guy. Obviously, she had the wedding ring on. The guy is actually somebody I know very well. All her friends leave. She says she wants to stay. One of the friends kind of lingers for a little while, trying to get her to leave, and knows what's about to go down. The girl just shoos her away. She ends up leaving. So now it's just her and him. Obviously, we're walking, we know where this is going to end up.
Right.
So he's looking at me going, yo, she's married. I'm like, dude, I don't want to part of this, right? Wow. Yeah, I don't really know the girl. Anyway, she gets on the phone and she's right near me at the end of the bar, and she calls her husband. Hey, babe, Stacy's vomiting and stuff. I'm going to stay with her and look after her. And so I'm going to be home late, or I might just sleep at Stacy's house, depending on how she looks.
Wow.
I don't know who Stacy is, but she sure as ain't in the bar at this point, right?
Oh my God.
Right, so fast forward a few hours, you see them making out and the whole nine. They disappear. I believe dumpsters were involved, right? Yes.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Well, they disappeared. It's a hidden spot, He comes back in.
Yo, this dude telling this, it's the spot we like to take the wives to. They like the spot behind the dumpsters. It's where we clap cheeks.
Like, Rishi, I'm out. And I'm like, daps me up, leaves. I'm like, dude. She comes in 3 minutes later, just adjusting herself, calls her husband, has him pick her up at the bar, comes in, and she's introducing him to people like nothing happened. And I'm just like, I'm scarred. I'm scarred for life.
That's
That's it. That's the video. And now he's scarred for life. The story's so depressing. The top comment says, love is dead. Somebody else here says, the first problem was, why would my wife be at a bar? Either way, we're all cooked. You know what? I actually agree with this comment right here. This right here, today is actually a very controversial statement. Because a lot of chicks out here who date today believe that once they're married, it's okay to go to a place. And I think dudes, like a lot of simps who are also in relationships, have also made this a common thing. Women think it's okay to be at a place where the only thing that's happening is liquor, loud music, and snacks to keep you going for the rest of the night, right? Sometimes they won't even have the food, but I don't think any person who's in a committed marriage should be at a place where the only thing they have there is liquor to alter your state of mind and impair your judgment, along with music and a bunch of dudes who are trying to see if they can get you to cheat on your man. It does not make sense. So here's a funny story. I've actually been a bouncer before. I saw some stuff, but with me, I didn't stay long enough because the reason I was there, I was talking to one of my good friends. And one thing I noticed is there's a certain culture when it comes to nightlife that it just wasn't for me, because I was looking for something on the side. I was working and I was like, man, I need something on the side. And he said, have you ever thought of being a bouncer? He's like, they would take you. I'm like, you know what? I go to this place, I apply, I get hired almost immediately because I knew somebody else who already worked there. And I realized that like the type of men who do that type of job, they kind of all know each other, like in the city. And so I get there, I'm excited, nice chill job, something on the side, I'll do on the weekends. First night, boom, fight breaks out right where they check the IDs. I'm involved with some other dudes. And after that situation, I watched the other dudes who were doing security show up. They do like a citizen's arrest, zip ties, and like arrest this dude. And I'm thinking to myself, why did you have to work at the ratchet spot in downtown? You could have picked another chill bar where they play some country music, but here you are. But I stayed not long enough to see too many of these crazy stories like the guy was sharing, but long enough to realize that sometimes they didn't pay you on time, and that couldn't be me. So I had to let that job go. Next comment here says, girls' night equals breakup. Somebody else here says, I don't care if you go out as long as you're not my girl. Somebody else here says, bartender for 5+ years here, and I've seen enough to know girls' night is never girls' night. Same with girls' trips. Here you go. Hearing it from a bartender. I will tell you this, something about being security that just puts you like in the advantage when it comes to the power dynamic. within nightclubs. Like chicks just want to flirt with security who they think are attractive. Right. I saw that. I experienced that many, many times. This dude said, I would have been a snitch that night. Here's somebody else who says she's doing single activities. I think it's crazy that men are usually not the type to speak out. Here's the other thing, too. A lot of dudes think to themselves when they see something like this. They kind of look at it and think, wow, this guy's a joke. Chances are somebody who's able to not catch on to things like this, who thinks, hey, bro, I'm secure. My girl can go out and get drunk around a bunch of thirsty dudes. They think like, what's the point? Trying to convince this guy to not do what he's already doing is almost a failed mission. Not me. Stay safe, y'all. Somebody else here says, bro code is knowing not to do things with someone if they're married. Shaking my head. Yeah, I could never do that, bro. Bro code. Listen, I think bro code is a beautiful thing, and I think it should be implemented more, but I don't have faith. I don't have faith in most men when it comes to sexual discipline today. Most men would smash and break that bro code just because so many dudes lack sexual discipline. Put them in a situation where a woman's offering it. Most guys can't turn that down. This is part of the reason why we have so many simps today, is they're so ready to do whatever women want and believe anything from man and woman. Why? Because of the hope that maybe somewhere deep down inside, she might let me hit.